So this was my daughter's cute little bedroom. I absolutely love white walls in a child's space, especially with big bright colors everywhere, but she wanted an upgrade. She's been asking for me to paint her walls for months now, and because she originally was the one who wanted a nice bright white bedroom, as she explained, I expected the color to be, you know, something quite simple. So I went online with her and she wanted to look at space murals. And then she found this. And I thought, how am I going to bring this to life for her? But when I started to pick it apart, that's the best way I find it helps me to create a mural. I almost look at it in steps. I also never try to a mural, mirror a mural exactly like a photo. I just essentially use it as inspiration and I go from there because you're going to feel disappointed if you look at the mural as one way and yours turned out another. Both are stunning, but it's really hard to completely match something, especially in a whimsical design. So with this mural, I knew I was going to need a lot of colors, but I wanted to choose 4 or 5 simple ones that blended together easy. I cleared out the room completely and I started on the largest wall when you walk into her room. I started at the bottom with blue and then I immediately mixed in purple. I like to paint blended murals when they're wet. I just go from paint can to paint can with the same brush and it blends perfectly, even if it doesn't blend perfectly. I like how this was going, but then the clouds started to look a little young for what I wanted. She's almost 9.5, and I want the space to grow with her. If she was a few years younger, I wouldn't feel this way. I don't want it to look like baby clouds because she's not going to like them at 11 or 12 or 13. So if I make them a bit more age appropriate, the older she gets, the mural will just change with the decor that's changing in her room. Whether she puts up posters or different photos, changes her bedding, it's not going to look like a baby mural. If she was 4 or 5, I would love this look. This is actually a great way to show you how you can fix and how you can change directions mid-mural, and it's no problem. Paint is so easy to fix. When I changed my mind, you can see here that I started to shift how I was painting, and then I was just starting to blend everything instead of like ending it bubbly. And this is where I put some yellow in. Originally, she had a bright yellow door, and when I started to paint, I realized how cool the yellow looked against the warm purples and blues. In order to fix, I say that lightly, my baby clouds, I just wanted to mix in some white with the closest color and blend it in. Absolutely not what I thought it would turn out in my head, but I loved it. This is why you need to think very freely and outside of the box when you're doing any sort of mural. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be very different than what you have planned, unless you use a stencil, and that's okay. I also blended some darker colors in to create dimensional clouds, and I really liked the way that it was turning out. I didn't have any sponges, so I actually used a kitchen scrubby and cut the squared off corners off. Worked great. One sponge, so everything blends. I started to dip the sponge in one side white and the other side on the darker purple, and I really got great dimension with that. I don't know if I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I absolutely love painting murals. I would literally do this for my full-time job. I would tackle any mural that anyone gives me. If people wanted to see more, let me know in the comments. If you're local and want to hire me, yes. The answer is yes. It's so peaceful to me, and it's probably my favorite thing to do. It's turning out great, and again, it's actually turning out nothing like the inspiration photo that I found online, and that's totally fine. As you can see, I'm actually transferring it to the second wall. Originally, I thought I would just do the one single wall. It looked unfinished, I guess, or just looked like, because the other wall was just white, it looked, I don't know, it just didn't look right. So I just kept on going. I'm not sure how far I'll get. I don't know if I'll do the 2, 3, or 4 walls. Maybe the ceiling will add in. Let's see. Some babe checks, and they are loving it. She wanted it as a surprise, but then I got so excited I told her she can come in and take a little peek, and she was ecstatic. Better than she imagined, so I think that's a win. I cut in my final and darkest color at the top. That way the ceiling is super clean and I will slowly work up from it from the light purple. The last 20 inches is actually just the solid dark color because it's so pretty and my favorite in this entire mural. I had no plan for where I was going to add the planets, but I'm loving the background and I'm really excited to get some dimension going. I know it's dimensional, but another layer of dimension. The same way you paint the mural is the same way you will make a dimensional planet. Dip one side of your brush in one color. I chose white for the moon, and then the other corner of your brush in another color. I chose the dark purple because it's going to be the furthest away. Round your planet and you will be amazed how easy it blends with the two colors on your brush. Always paint them in circle movements to keep the brush strokes the same, and it will allow your planet to look round. I know we already have a moon at the bottom, but in this mural, we're going to have two. So then I decided to add in some other clouds and fix up the blending that you see in the center there with more clouds. That's a really good tip, actually, where I have the two harsh colors coming together, like a very light and a very dark. You can see right in the center of the wall, I put several clouds there because some of the areas were trickier to blend. It adds another layer of dimension and you hide the hardest parts to blend, the super light and the super dark. I took some white, some black, some gold, and some silver tool paints that I had and added some details to the moon. And I've got to say, I think it's my favorite mural to date. I love the way this turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions on the colors that I use, any more techniques, and you want some deeper explanations, or if there's a mural that you think I should tackle. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe. I appreciate the views. Have a wonderful day.